Hi Capricorn, welcome to the space. How are you? All right, I hope you're good. Let's see here. So, a few little tidbits of information. You're recorded on the same day as Sagittarius. I chose a Urania's Mirror card for you. You received the Ram, and this was known as the Great Fly, although I don't believe that it is seen in the stars that way anymore. But there's a little bit about this. But I looked down and I was going to read you the whole thing, but I feel like these words are the important part. Considered to be brave, romantic, spontaneous, and original, forever on a quest to give life new meaning. But they can be headstrong, prone to accidents, and their tempers run on a short fuse. So, as this represents Aries, this card, these stars, that's probably something in your map that could be helpful. I guess also just the way you're defining yourself right now could play a significant role in what you were trying to achieve. And I want to read this one last part. It says, Aries led the flocks of stars across the skies, and its most important star, Hamal, Hamal, was known in the Middle East, the ancient Middle East, as the proclaimer of the dawn and the star of the flocks. So remember your influence, okay? You have a very big influence. As Aries does, you're both, so they say, cardinal signs, which represent big influence, right? Okay, let's see what's going on here. Ooh, interesting. Very enlightening conversation at this time. I feel like there's a lot of discussion that is, again, enlightening. It's not exactly emotional. This is more like intellectual, technical, even astrological. I feel like talking to people of different ages, very helpful. Seeing things like a child, but from a very responsible place, right? Like, okay, I'm gonna look at this creatively. I feel like you have no fear in asking any questions either, which is good. I also feel like air signs in general could be very helpful for enlightenment, like shedding light upon something. So I also see, please be open if anyone else has any questions for you, or I feel like some people could be coming to you for your advice. I suppose you could also be seeking counsel. If there is something, for instance, where you figured out a lot about a lot, but there's still some questions that you have, I see, again, please feel peaceful and confident that there are technically no wrong questions. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's no stupid questions. You don't know something? No big deal. That's a part of life, right? It's definitely a part of life. Okay. Let's see what the second section is about. Okay. You don't have to worry so much. Maybe whenever you are, or if that comes in some way and you're uncertain about something, I guess just take a minute to sort of gander around whatever way that wind was blowing. If there is any kind of like again, uncertainty about something. Again, if you just give it a second, I feel like the winds will shift and it will go, it'll put you in the centered place, right? Because your strength right now, or the peak of this mountain, is you being very aware of yourself, having great clarity, right? And also optimism in your heart. Yes. I heard some spiritual order of riches. Spiritual order of riches, Capricorn. But to gain, we must sacrifice something, right? We have to compromise. Right, can't take everything with you. I've said it before, it would be too heavy, right? So, what can you let go of? Or, and then I just saw someone like, there was like peeling paint, like chipping, sort of peeling paint, and someone was just like poop and just got rid of the thing that was just hanging there. It's still a wall, it's still solid. So no worries about that. And I see if you do have any worries or concerns, your power of mind right now, which would also be, in essence, if your head is the closest thing to God, right? Then have a conversation with something higher than you. Like, put some prayers into that space, because I'm also kind of seeing this Neptune in the 6th house. Which gives like I keep seeing a musicality to work, and then I saw like a music sheet, but it's almost like the rhythm of what you do every day is the song. Like, for instance, maybe you want to listen to a song in the morning, like before you start your day, or like on your way to work, or whatever it is. It could even be on a day off, like before you're going to work on a project or something, like before you jump into something. I feel like a song, you could sing it yourself, you could listen to one that's already been recorded, but have the song be something that sets a kind of intention, right? I heard that Nina Simone song, like, it's a new day, it's a new dawn, like, that would be, I think maybe if everyone listened to that song in the morning, the world would be a much, happier new day, new dawn place, Let's see. I almost feel as if you being a little sharper in your words, or a little bit more distinctive in being like, say someone's like, well, this is my offer, or this is what it is. And you're like, well, I know that works for you, but that doesn't really work for me, or something like this. Be very open and be very honest regardless. Like, don't worry about whether if you say something you're going to lose something, especially if you're coming from this really honest place. Because do you remember that reading we talked about where it was like, Capricorn, if you just figure out what your rhythm is, and I heard your honesty is, then you're going to be going at your own pace. And when you go at your own pace, then what is meant for you will be there when you arrive, right? Because sometimes it may seem like, oh, I don't want that, or yeah, I do want that, but it's way up there, but you can't quite see it yet, right? But when you get there, then you can see a whole lot more. So there may actually be something where you're sort of meant to say no, or you're meant to be like, let me sleep on it, something like that. Like, give it a good night's rest. Give it a good sit on something for a little bit more. Because I guess every decision or every thought even kind of tweaks the gears on the clock, right? So I heard, what do you want? Not just in ways of like your contracts and connections with other people in your life, but also like you soulfully. And I feel like you can have a really intense conversation with yourself right now. You could also have that with other people. Be careful with other people, because I do feel like your tongue is sharp, and maybe whoever you're dealing with connects to like some soulful place. You know, and if we have karma, if karma exists, then we kind of have karma with everybody to a certain extent. So I heard be easy with other people, but and really put some energy into some prayer space about what you're wanting, because especially if this has to do with work or your home, something like this, like you in relation to other people, right? But I see it less romantic than anything. It's more intellectual, friendship, work-wise, things of this nature. And I guess it comes to whatever you are working on. This I keep seeing these cards that are showing me this really, really, really wide perspective. Like it's so open. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of intelligence in here. There's a lot of curiosity. There's like good critical thinking. But it's not like a fuck you energy where it's like, I don't want to hear what you have to say, or your idea is stupid, or something like that. It's just kind of like listening, right? With an open heart, even though we kind of crossed our arms there. But listening, really hearing out somebody, right? Hearing what they have to say. And then I heard, if you have any questions, please feel free. I do feel like you should think about your job and what that's going to look like in the next few years. You generally tend to move forward. I mean, it depends where you have Capricorn. To show the effort that is put in there. But let me see what I see here. Just a second. So you're changing in yourself, right? Becoming stronger in who you are. More clear again. And I heard conscientious. That's good. Maybe some of you, there's something in the home you want to attend to. Maybe some of you are saving to like move, or saving to improve something. I feel like this is for March, right? Keep working in March. You're not quite finished with something yet. No, it's still Neptune time. You know what I mean? It's a little bit, it's in the desert, right? Yes, it's a little illusionary. Yes, we do gain keys here that are very helpful in Piscean time. Just a sec. Yes. And I heard we gain this keys are gained through action, and specifically for a lot of you, through men in your life, like other masculine energy in your life. Let me see here. Mercy. What's the next step for your job? I don't know. Maybe some of you are thinking about retirement too. That could be a big part of this. Like you're thinking really forward. Maybe it's like 30 years in the future, 10 years for some of you. I mean, we're all different ages here. So what do you think about that? And Oh, I love that soul card. Just a second. Ooh, necessity with the soul. It's totally okay if you say, like, soulfully, spiritually to me, like, that doesn't work for me. Or, there's something about that. Again, this goes back into speaking up for yourself if necessary. Now, not everything's going to be perfect, right? It's almost impossible to have perfection when dealing with other people. We can do pretty good by ourselves, right? But I guess if we're connected to everything else, there's something to think about there too. Let me see. Let me pick one more. Lemon. I heard the Ace of Spades. Okay. Oh my God. There's so many good ideas right now. So creative. Okay. Pisces time is very floaty, right? It's very, it's a blind spot for you too. Well, you can see them, but they can't see you. So in this time frame, this is more about like, write down your ideas, plot out your, I don't know, your retirement plan. Maybe you want to plot out your garden. Like, put some really put some ideas down. Talk to other people about it. Get some opinions. Even talk to kids. Like, different perspectives. Try to find it, right? Male, female, whatever. Like, switch it up a little bit, because this is going to give you a more well-rounded picture. And I feel like you're so positive right now, or somebody is. Although the air energy is what is really positive, right? We got air and like Leo. So this is a conversation with the heart, like head and heart together, right? And I feel like there's a good flow in there. If you're not feeling this for yourself for some reason, there's air energy around you that's like, go, go, go. You know what I mean? It's trying to get you to become, what did we say? Like, confident, brave, like original in your expression. Not that you aren't, but something that makes you feel more confident about what the next step is. And in Pisces time, it's mutable. You know, it's, again, it's kind of floaty. So this is a planning stage, right? This is not a start something stage, usually. Let's get one more on this protection card. I feel like if you do have children, your children are protected. Yes. Chariot, totally fine. The children are fine. This is also your inner child if you don't have them. Again, remember when I said if you don't feel comfortable, or a little bit of fear comes in, a little bit of worry, right? There's always some drama too in Pisces season, say like in the world. Like there's always something. So I heard, don't let that affect you. Sit with yourself for a second. Remind yourself that you're safe and you're loved and you're protected. Okay? You don't have to have any power struggles with anybody if you don't want to. Nobody does. You know what I mean? And if you settle yourself in that energy, it's like, again, what's wound up too, something gets wound up too tight. It's like, it'll just unwind and then you move forward, right? I guess sometimes we got to get a little bit uptight, right? Think about like, you get something to go. Even cars used to be a crank, right? You'd crank them up. You got to crank something tight and then let go of it when it does all the energy. It's like you go in and then everything comes together, everything touches, right? And then all of a sudden it's like all this is released. And it's a really beautiful thing because it gives this forward momentum. And I feel like for you, there is something strong. Let me see what this says. I feel like June is a good time for you. I know that's a little bit far away. It's not as far as you think, though. What are these ones about? Hold on a second. Did we say earlier about sacrifice or about like compromise? You gotta let go of something to have something. But letting go of anything can be a little bit challenging at times. It can, when you first let go of something, or you first are trying to do something new, right? Or expand on what you've been building. There's going to be parts when it's new that feel a little bit, you got to adjust it a little bit, right? Nothing wrong with that. I heard you may even have to pay someone for their services, or I don't know. There's an exchange, right, of sorts. And but whatever that is, I need you to know that that is very helpful, not only for you spiritually, but also I see in whatever it is that you're trying to attain in ways of, like, you're soulfully and in like karmically speaking, and then also just your job, like, you can be whatever you want to be. Did you know that? You can. Let's see about this. Let's see about work. Okay. Okay. Just a minute. I heard it. I was lost and now I'm found. You need to remember, Capricorn, because you're really good with money, right? Most of the time. You can make it. You got plenty of it. I bet most of you, right? Or you know how to make it. You know how to create it. Physical things. You're ruled by Saturn. You're exalted in Libra, so obviously you're a good communicator, right? But your opposite is Cancer. And I know tapping into that emotional space isn't easy, right? It can, sometimes it can even feel like overwhelming, perhaps at times. But that's why it's good to get it out a little at a time. And remember, when you are doing really well, say your mind is clear, you know, work is good, and you go over your, again, you take a moment or take a day, take an afternoon to like go over your plans about something, write down some ideas, think about your future, your retirement, your job, whatever you're wanting that to do. Get things in order, organize things. There's so much time just in a month. Do you know what I mean? Like 24 hours times 30. You do the math. Like, how many hours is that? It's so many hours, right? So much time to do things. So I guess also is, how are you spending your time? And I see, while in Pisces time, there's nothing wrong with giving a little bit of attention and maybe addressing some, like, love in the situation, like, or how love, like, the essence of love, like, folds into everything else. And because the emotional place is really what pushes us to achieving something, right? It's you. I usually find that the what a person needs emotionally to grow as a person, as a soul, you know, is what will be created physically. So ensure that you're tapping into that space, because everything is always moving forward, right? And well, we talked about it last month, right? Like, what's your status? What's your status with your relationships? Like, have they changed? Do you feel any different now? You know, Pisces time too is about forgiveness. Is there anyone that you could forgive? Do you need to forgive yourself for anything in relation to other people? Just give into that space, because it's going to clear something out really beautifully. And I saw it in the beginning too. You're already doing it. It's like you're on the path. Yes. I see you're putting in the hard work, okay? But if you're trying to do something bigger, right, or something that's kind of serious, which you tend to involve yourself with, just remember that it takes time, because... But that time is... time is... Fuck. Well, I guess forgiveness takes time. Like sharp rocks take a while to soften, right? So whether you're building something or whether you're trying to fix something, well, just keep remembering your actions, right? You're ruled by Saturn. Your actions really matter. How you feel really matters. Because again, how we feel is what creates, right? If you feel good about something, it's definitely going to help it. It's not to say it's going to go exactly the way that you planned, but it'll definitely help a whole bunch, right? Putting that energy into that, absolutely. And I feel like whatever you are sitting on, or like whatever you're trying to grow, you're trying to put some love into, put some warmth into, right? That Venusian sort of energy to get it going forward, right? So everyone in the boat is rowing at the same speed and not arguing with one another. I see there is some kind of forgiveness that you want to put some prayer into what you're creating. Put some I keep seeing this child. So I guess I also see, and I saw it earlier, forgive yourself if you're a parent for your forgive your children, forgive yourself as a parent, forgive your mother and father. Just forgive them. Wow. Hi, Turkey Vulture. Hi. Bye. Yeah, your power of prayer really does matter. That soft space, right? Be more in the Cancerian energy and soften that space. Some of you also may be interested in like palmistry, or maybe, I don't know, I guess that someone could read your chart, or this could also help. Pay attention to the lines on your hands though, because they do change. Okay. Thank you for being here. I do wish you the happiest now. Your energy and effort, I'll say it like Sagittarius's, participation in this space, wherever you are in your home, whatever you are creating. Any of you have gone over to Patreon too, thank you. That garden is growing. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Slowly but surely. Hi, Chickadee. Right? Chickadee doesn't give up. And I know you don't either. So keep at it. And I'll talk to you next time. Peace.